Shalom, family. How's everybody doing? Hope that everybody's doing well during this time of trouble and difficulty and affliction that's going on throughout the earth. Family, I want to talk about apostasy, or in better words, the falling away. If you've been in this truth for a while, you'll notice that something's just not right. You know, if you can go back 5 or 6 years or 7 years when this awakening was really going, I mean, people were so excited, and it caused our people all over the United States to kind of be, united as a family. People were visiting multiple YouTube channels. You watch this teaching and that teaching, and people changing their names to Hebrew names, and going out and buying all the Hebrew garments that you can buy. I mean, it was a real exciting time. People found out who they were, but today not so much. People have pretty much scattered. Think about it. You probably used to know a lot of people that were in this truth, and you communicated with them quite frequently. Now they seem to have just disappeared. Not saying that many of them are no longer believers, but that bond and that closeness that were once present is no longer there. I've experienced it, and I'm pretty sure a whole lot of you have. And the reason being, family, is the world has just flipped. It has really changed. We're under the threat of some kind of pestilence, and your rights are being trampled on, under all kind of restrictions and mandates, and people have really quit bonding and communicating with each other, and that's the last thing that we should have done. These things should have kept us close and moved us even closer, but it didn't. And a lot of the things that's taking place on the earth now have really moved a lot of people away from the Most High. See? Because they're not seeing what they think they should be seeing, And a lot of it comes from some of the teachers. Back in 2019, that it was, okay, that's our 400 years. That's a wrap. It's over. The Most High is finna come and get us. And we're still here, folks. See, we were listening to what man thought was the end of it. It's not what the Most High said. It's just man thinking that he knew the exact date. Well, that 1619 date, family, is really in error. That's when the ones came to Jamestown. And it wasn't about 20 or 25 of them then. We've been in slavery, family, since the 1500s. It didn't start in 1619. So, whose timing are we going by? What is the correct timing? Only the Most High knows. And so people got all excited about that because men, teachers, saying that was the year of return. We were supposed to leave here and go into Africa and all this stuff. Well, who said that? It certainly wasn't written. That was man. And people began to follow man instead of the Most High. And I have to keep referring people back to the book of Jasher, chapter 75. It's only about 20-something verses where Ephraim decided, just like men today, that it was time to leave Egypt. And what happened? About 30,000 of them left, and only about 5 or 10 of them came back, and that was only because they ran. The Most High allowed every last one of them to get destroyed because they were moving against His will. He did not say it was time for them to leave. And we know it wasn't. And so you have to watch that. Family, we don't know the day or hour that the Most High is going to come and get us. Nobody knows that but the Most High. He tells you not even the angels know. All right? So we have to watch it and quit listening to these dates and predictions. I have no idea when it's going to happen, family. I'm just going to be honest. I have no idea. Whether it's next month, next year, 5 years from now, I have no idea. But what I tell people is to be ready whenever it happens. Don't get caught with your guard down. Don't go back to sleep. Because none of us know. And so when these things don't happen the way men say it's going to happen, then people get discouraged. And when you get discouraged, you begin to lose faith in the Most High. Oh man, see this, I knew this wasn't true. The Bible just said all those are lies. See, you begin to get in doubt, and therefore some have fallen away from the truth because it didn't play out like they thought it should, or didn't play out like some men or teachers said it would. Family, when our people were in Egypt and was under hard bondage for over 200 years, the Most High didn't immediately go and get them out. Though they prayed and cried out to the Most High, all that time, He didn't immediately, when He first heard their prayer, went and got them. They were there a long time before the Most High went and got them. See, we can't go by when we think the Most High should do something or when men say He'll do it. It's when He does it. See, that's what you have to think about. Right quick, let's go to Exodus chapter 3. And I'm going to read verse 7 and 8, maybe another one. It says, and the Most High said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows, and I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites and Hittites and Amorites and Perizzites and Hivites and the Jebusites. Now, therefore, verse 9, behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Now, don't you think, family, since we've been here under these harsh conditions, that brothers and sisters and believers have been crying out to the Most High by the things we have to go through. We're getting gunned down in the streets. Normal citizens that are our enemies are gunning us down. You know, and the whole world wants to destroy us, period. So we're still here, family, and we're still going through it. And I know that the Most High has heard us. And he will come and get us on his timing. Not because we predicted. See, those predictions some of these teachers make is not of the Most High. He did not tell them 2019 was the year. That's their own prophecy, their own doctrine. That's not what the Most High said. And when you start listening to that kind of stuff, family, and it don't happen, then you get discouraged. See, as many have. You know, these same people will say it year after year. It didn't happen in 2019. Oh, well, 2020 is the year. We out of here, y'all. Oh, no, 2021. We out of here, y'all. And year after year, they're dead wrong. See, I don't listen to that mess. The Most High will move us whenever it is time for us to move. When you go to trying to step in front, ahead of the Most High, it's going to end in disaster for you. And that's just the bottom line. We don't go by what man think and his doctrine, his belief about it. We just trust and know that if the Most High said it, if he made that covenant with our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he is not going to break that covenant whatsoever. And so, yes, he is going to come and get us, and he's going to put us back in our land. But there is not a date written that he said he was going to do it. If anybody can find a date in the scriptures when he's going to do it, please forward it to me. I've been through this Bible twice, and I have never seen it. Maybe you have. I don't know. But it was never a date. He just said what he would do. And he's going to. And as these days go on and we're closer to it. That's all I can say. How close? I have no idea. I'm not going to worry about it either. I'm just going to try to keep working on my salvation. So whenever it happens, I'm good. See, quit worrying about dates and all this stuff. You know, some of this stuff, people want to hear or want to know for, I guess, knowledge's sake, like where true Israel is and all that. Well, we have no idea, family, because it's certainly not that little strip that these people are living on now. It is far too many of us to be in a little compacted area like that. It's a lot more to the land that's promised to us than what you can see now. You know, if you look it up yourself, the population of the people who claim to be Jewish, it's only 15 million. Do you think that's all of us? That's all of Israel? 15 million in one little spot? Family, right here in the United States alone, in America, we number around 45 million. That's not including all the other places where we are, in the islands and UK and up. 15 million? And come on, family. You know, you couldn't fit hardly any of us over there. So quit worrying about where Israel is, family. Worry about your salvation so that when it happens, you will be counted in that number to go to our land that he promised our forefathers. Because if you disobedient, not living in faith, and nothing like that, don't worry about where it is because you're not going. Does that make sense? You know, don't worry about something that you're not assured of. Because you're not being obedient, you're not remaining in faith. So if that's the case, then it doesn't matter where it is. It don't matter if it was right next door to your house. You're not going. Okay? The Most High is going to purge out the rebels like he did the first time. For those who just couldn't believe or do what they're supposed to do. And another thing that's causing this division or people being apostate or falling away is this genealogy thing. You know, oh, well, my bloodline is from this and that, and you have no idea. You know, these people with these DNA test sites and all that, all they did was took advantage of the awakening of our people to make merchandise out of them. Everybody wanted to go and have send their DNA in, so I came from the tribe of Ghana, I came from this, family. If you believe that, I got some beachfront property in Siberia that I'll sell you real cheap. We have no idea. And the fact that we have the DNA of our ancestors and stuff, still not a guarantee that you'll make it into the kingdom. Your bloodline is not a guarantee. Think about all the people who knew who they were Israel who died. The Most High destroyed them. Think about that. It matters not. There are going to be people who are non-Israel making into the kingdom. See? That's not no free ticket. Just because you share the DNA. It's not no free ticket at all. If you're disobedient, it don't matter. You know, and the scriptures tell us about worrying about things like that. In fact, don't take my word for it. Let's read it. 1 Timothy 1:4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions, rather than godly edifying, which is in faith. So do. So don't give heed to no fables and genealogy, because it produces nothing. What does it matter what your DNA is if you're unbeliever? Or you constantly breaking the Most High's laws every day? What does it matter what blood you got flowing through your veins? You just like the unbeliever, you're going to be destroyed. That's why it says it's only going to be a remnant. Now, a remnant can be millions of us. But whatever a remnant is, that's why it says it's only going to be a remnant. Don't matter what your bloodline is. If you're disobedient. Let's get another one. Titus chapter 3:9. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. See, that's vanity. You know, that's all that is vanity. You using that little DNA test that these people done lied to you about when you sent it off, so you can have bragging rights. Oh, I got the bloodline of Jacob. I got the bloodline of Abraham himself. So what? Is that your ticket in? No. I keep re-emphasizing, your ticket in is faith and obedience to the Most High. That's it. All that other stuff, it means absolutely nothing. You know. What does Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13 say? Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. I don't care what you know, what you think you know, how much wisdom you try to show while you telling other people or on a channel teaching. I don't care what you know. You just heard what the conclusion of the whole matter was. No matter what knowledge you think you got, the whole conclusion of the matter is to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's it in a nutshell. You do that, you good. You can put aside all the genealogy stuff, all the where true Israel is. You can put all that aside. Obey and fear the Most High. That's your ticket. Not what you know. You know. It all boils down to obedience, family. That's what it all boils down to. You know. A lot of people are straying away or beginning to lose faith because of circumstances. You know, it's easy to follow the Most High. It's easy to follow Mashiach when things are going good in your life. It is easy to do. What about when things not going right? What about when you lose your house or your car? What about when you or your family members get sick? See, or is it still easy for you to follow? It's supposed to be, but is it? Or is just what you saying about your faith is only lip service? Like Mashiach said, they honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. We can fix our mouth to say anything, family. But you rest assured this, whatever comes out of your mouth, you're going to be tested on. See, if you don't think you can live up to it, then don't say it. Don't go around here fronting and going on like you all spiritual and it's just lip service, because you will be tested. Family, last week my family here at the house, we all got hit with whatever this pestilence they want to call it at the same time. But because we believe, because we have faith in the Most High, and we prayed, in 2 or 3 days, he delivered us from it. Okay? Now, we've always said that we wasn't going to no doctors because healthcare has become a joke. So we prayed about it and done little necessary things at the house. And main thing, we prayed. And the Most High heard it. Because he's saying that we were true to our word. That we were going to keep believing no matter what. And he honored that. This is why I say, family, whatever comes out your mouth, you just be sure that you're going to be tested on it. Okay? That's just it. And that's why a lot of people fall away, because they believe that when you following Mashiach and obeying, that nothing's ever going to happen. You're not going to ever get sick. You're not going to ever lose your job. You're not going to lose your car and your home. And all. That's not true, family. Don't let none of these preachers tell you that either. In fact, when you do start following Mashiach is when things get worse. You're going to come under constant attack by Satan and his minions. He don't have to bother you if you're already living in sin. So those kind of things, you're able to buy what you want to buy, and see those are worldly things, and he don't have to bother you. He already got you in his world system. But the minute you step out of his world system and start following the Mashiach, then what happens? Everything. Now, did we get sick because we were disobedient? No. Had we angered the Most High? No. It just happened. And our faith was tested. I got two dear brothers and sisters that lives in Georgia. They got hit with it about a month or two ago. And they were down for maybe a couple of weeks. But they never gave up faith. You know. They stuck to their guns. And the Most High brought them up out of it. They are alive and well as I speak. We communicate pretty much every single day. See? But that's where a lot of people fall off and quit believing because of things that happen to them. That's why. See, they want their life to go without any hitch at all. And family just don't, it just don't happen that way. I'm sorry, that's some fairy tale stuff. You know, the Most High will look after his people. But you got to remain obedient. You got to remain faithful. And whatever time, family, that the Most High decides to remove any of us from this earth, then that's his timing. That's his right to do so, since all life and death is in his hand anyway. See? By you not believing ain't gonna not make it happen. See? First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There has no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. Okay? Family, a lot of people, when they get sick, that is a temptation from Satan himself to abandon the Most High and quit believing. Oh man, God don't care about us. You know, that's a temptation. See? He catches you, try to catch you at your weakest point. I got a question to ask. What did Job do for all that stuff to happen to him? Was he going around breaking the law? Or was he an upright man and it still happened? Ask yourself that question. Things happen to believers, family. Okay? It does. All right? It's just that way. The Most High is balanced all the way across. There is no dark side to the Most High. Everything is in order. When we enjoy these nice 80-degree days, sun shining, and it's pretty outdoors and all that, do not that sunshine and that good weather fall upon the wicked as well as the good people? When it starts storming and stuff, don't it storm on everybody? The Most High don't sit us over to one side. Okay, well, it's gonna be sunny right here, but over here where these old wicked people is, I'm gonna let it be storming. We get caught up in the storm too. But the thing about it, we're living in faith and believe that the Most High is going to protect us. And he does. See? So we're going to have to quit paying too much attention to the circumstances that goes on around us. And keep your focus on the Most High and his word and his promises. That's when things happen. That's what you have to do. Remain focused. Family, the minute that you take your eye or heart away from the Most High, you will drown. There is a lesson in the scriptures where Peter desired to walk on the water to go toward Mashiach. And Mashiach said, well, okay, come on. And Peter got out the boat and he was doing good. He was looking straight at Mashiach's eyes when he was walking toward him. But all of a sudden, when the sea started acting up and waves got high and thundering and lightning, he took his eye off of Mashiach and began to pay attention to the things that was going on around him, and he began to sink. That's the lesson in that, family. If we focus too much on all this pestilence talk and all this other stuff and take your eye off of Mashiach, you're going to sink. He's going to have to do what he did to Peter and reach and grab you and pull you back up. Okay? Those that can be pulled back up. That is the point of that lesson. Keep your eye focused. No matter what storm's blowing up around you, ignore the storm. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on Mashiach. Keep your eye on obedience and faith in the Most High. All right? That's what's going to get us through this mess, family. We're going to go through some things, family. No doubt about it. We're going to go through things. I'm not here to sit here and sugarcoat and everything's going to be cool, no problem. No, we're going to face persecution just for our belief. Whatever has happened in the past, like Ecclesiastes say, it's going to happen again. The believers are going to be persecuted. Those who remain steadfast in the Most High, they coming after us, family. Know that for a surety. Okay? So where will you stand in that hour? When they come at you? Are you going to remain steadfast, or are you going to say just what those three Hebrew boys said? Listen, the Most High is able to deliver us from this furnace if he chooses to. But even if he don't, we want you to know, Nebuchadnezzar, we will not bow down and serve you and worship your image. See, that's the attitude we're going to have, family. Sure, man can kill the body. But that's it for him. That's as far as he's going with that, because he cannot kill your soul, your spirit. It's going to live forever somewhere. Okay? So that's why he say don't fear, man that can kill your body. But fear him who can kill body and soul. which is the Most High. That's where your fear belongs. I don't fear no man, family. None. He puts his pants on the same way I do. I don't fear none of them. I don't care who they are. I fear the Most High and what he can do. Not man. You know, as far as I'm concerned, man can go to hell. Because I'm not afraid of him. Period. None. And we just got to know where our fear belongs. Okay? We are to have fear and reverence for the Most High, for he is holy, the only holy one. We don't fear him because he's a monster or something like that. We fear his holiness, his righteousness, his judgment. Okay? The Most High loves us. But we fear his holiness, family. Do you know what that means? Okay? That's why we have reverence and fear. This is why we work at our own salvation with fear and trembling. Because we can't be, we're not sure in anything, family. You know, these preachers go, oh, once saved, you always saved. No, you're not. Because just like salvation is a gift from the Most High, you can also give it back. Have somebody ever given you something for a gift and you didn't like it and you took it back and exchanged it? You can give a gift back. See? All you have to do is just stop obeying. See? Stop having faith. Stop believing. You can give it back. Once we start following Mashiach, we're saved. No, you're not. I don't know no human being on this planet that is already saved. We're working toward our salvation, family. We're not saved yet. When we're saved, we'll know it because Mashiach will tell you you are. Well done, my good and faithful servant. That's when you know you made it. Or you could hear the other words. Depart from me, I never knew you. So saved? No, we're working on it every single day. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But you're saved when he tell you you are. You know, when you stand up before judgment and he say, well done, you go, whoo, man, I made it. Well, I was a little worried here for a minute, but I made it. Neither one of us wants to hear the other set of words that he can say. And that's depart from me, I never knew you. And that's those who got lip service only. Well, haven't we did this in your name and did thus and so? Yeah, but depart from me, I never knew you. In other words, that's all that was with what you were doing. You wasn't believing. You wasn't having faith. You just doing what you works that thought you were going to get in with. See? So we have to watch those traps, family, that would cause us to become apostate or fall away. Because the scriptures tell you that day will not come except there be a great falling away first. Okay? So great falling away don't mean 5 people over here and maybe 10 over. No, it's global falling away. People worshiping in ways that they shouldn't, on days that they shouldn't. They're following the commandments of man instead of following the Sabbath, what the Most High has established. Those are the apostates. And don't you become one of them. Okay? We know what day we're supposed to celebrate Shabbat. Okay? We know the feast days. So there is no reason for you to follow the doctrine of any man. You know, family, it's a serious deal. You know, James chapter 4, verse 4 through 14 through 17, I mean. Say, whereas you know not what will be on tomorrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appear for a little time and then it vanishes away. For that you ought to say, if the Most High will, we shall live and do this or that. But now you rejoice in your boasting, and all such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. Family, when we know to do good, when we know to keep the word and the laws and don't do it, to us it's sin. Yeah, I mean, there's no other way around that. This is why we don't go around bragging about what we gonna do tomorrow and all that. You have no idea whether you're gonna do it tomorrow or not, do you? But if the Most High wills, then you'll do this and do that on tomorrow. See, I try to make that a habit whenever I'm ending a conversation or from among my friends and stuff. Yeah, well, look, I'll speak with y'all again tomorrow if the Most High will, or if the Most High say the same. See, I don't go around taking this for granted that I'm going to wake up the next morning. You don't know that. Okay? So get out of that habit about, oh, next year I'm going to do this. Oh, really? You really know that. You're going to do something next year. Okay? Let's see. Where I want to read from. We're just going to read just a few scriptures. You know, we have a lot of people, I know a few, who were once real faithful believers, but what happened, they start watching too many of these YouTube teachers that was teaching really against the Most High's word. You know, you have some that say that Most High is a feminine spirit. That's blasphemy. You know, they worship the Mother Earth and all this old stuff. See, there is no indication whatsoever. What did Mashiach always call the Most High? He either said he or my father. Well, common sense to tell you, if you're a father, then you're a male. You know, come on now. All this feminine stuff. And some people got involved in that. America is the promised land. Well, if it is, then that means we never left. The Most High never put us out of the promised land. If this is it, then it wasn't no such thing as the slave trade. Then they'll lead you into the Book of Mormons. And so after a while, you keep listening to these kind of people, then you eventually find out what they were saying was wrong. Now you're confused. Now you don't believe nothing. See? Now you don't believe nothing. What does Galatians chapter 1, verse 8 and 9. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you, that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. And see, you go to these channels and stuff and listen to all this garbage and man-made doctrine and all this stuff, and you shouldn't. Family, it's not written. Verse 9 says, as we said before, so say I now again. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that you have received, let him be accursed. That's plain. So anytime somebody start teaching outside of what scriptures say, let him be accursed. Book of Mormon has nothing to do with us. That's false. I'm going to read verse 10. For do now I persuade men, or Elohim, or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, then I should not be the servant of Mashiach. See, if you're a man pleaser, you say things to tickle people's ears and say things that they want to hear, then you're a man pleaser. You're not pleasing the Most High. So avoid those people that's teaching this false doctrine. What does verse 11 say? But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after man. In other words, it is not, the gospel did not come from a man. Verse 12 says, For I neither received it of a man, neither was I taught it, but by the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. That's what he teaches. What came from him, not from another man's mouth, his own doctrine. See, we have to avoid that, family. Stay with what is written and read it with understanding. What does it say about people like that? Let's go to Revelation, and you'll find throughout the Bible the same warning, but we're going to go with Revelation, the very last chapter in Revelation, the final warning about these kind of people. Revelation chapter 22, verse 18 and 19. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. It didn't say the Book of Mormons. It said of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. Verse 19, and if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. That is the final warning, family, in the very last chapter of Revelation. Just before it say Amen. Okay? Let's see. Deuteronomy 4 and 2. You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish anything from it, that you may keep the commandments of the Most High your Elohim, which I command you. Deuteronomy 12:32. What things soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereto, nor diminish from it. See? So, these people who's coming up with their own doctrine, they are self-proclaimed prophets and all that. Look, all the prophets have already been written, family. That's it. You're not a prophet. All you doing is repeating what the prophet said in the book. You're not a prophet. If you was a prophet, you'd come up with some revelation that we've never even heard of. It's all been written. It's all sealed up. And it's just waiting on the day of the Most High to end it. Okay? Let nobody tell you they're a prophet and they're steady reading from something that's already been written. Come on now. How did the Most High say he talks to his prophet? Through visions and dreams, not from books they went and bought off Amazon. Okay? So, get with it, family. Quit being taken in by this stuff. Just obey the Most High and have faith and do what you say you're going to do that comes out of your mouth. Like I say, you will be tested on it. If you don't mean it, don't say it. It's just that simple. 2 Timothy 4:3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears. See, that's another thing causing this falling away. You'll find teachers that say things that you want to hear. That's pleasing, that's not condemning you for your actions. So you heap yourselves to teachers that teach like that. You don't want to hear the truth, Like it said in Isaiah, prophesy us smooth things, Prophesy deceit. It's people rather for you to lie to them than tell them the truth about the scriptures. Okay? Luke chapter 8 verse 13. They on the rock are they which when they hear receive the word with joy. See, a lot of us, back 6-7 years ago, we received the word with joy. And these have no root, which for a while believe, and in time of temptation, they fall away. See, because they're not rooted. Their foundation, was not rooted. And so first time temptation and tribulation and all these things come up on them, they fall away. They quit believing. Again, we can quote 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. See? So, I'm gonna read one more, family, and we can get out of here. And that's Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23 through 27. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. For he is faithful that promised. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Verse 25, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is. See, a lot of us just don't quit communicating with our brothers and sisters, by email, by phone, or video call. We just done purely just separated, family. It's not good. But exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching. Verse 26, for if we sin willfully, after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. Okay? But a certain fearful look for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. So, if we sin willfully, listen, Mashiach is not going to come back and climb back up on no tree, okay? And die all over again for your sins. It was once and for all deal. You accept it or you don't. You abide by it or you fall away and quit. But it ain't no more. It's not going to be another sacrifice for your sins. He is not coming back to redo it. He's coming back for those who believe, and he's coming back to destroy those who don't. That's it. Only choice you got. Okay? So let's get it together, family. Let's start trying to reunite this thing, and because we're going to have to go through this together, family. All of us. We got to go through this together. And the only allies you're going to have is each other. There's not another nation in this world that's going to come to assist you or help you, because we're hated by all of them. Our ally in chief is Mashiach. Okay? So we should just kind of always hold each other up, family. Keep each other up in prayer and faith and everything else. We are going to need each other. This is not the time for Israel to start breaking apart into little bitty pieces. One here and one there and 5 over here. And no, family. We got to do better than that. We are a family, a nation of people, not individuals. Okay? All right, family. Hope you got something out of this. And Most High willing, I'll talk to you soon. Shalom.